Okay, Shelby, this is kind of tough here. Simple compound, okay? I want you to look at these two problems at what is happening, and I wanted to say what is different. Write that down. What is different? Okay. Here's simple interest. So I deposit $4,000. The interest rate's 5% over 4 years. Okay. So here in year one, we take $4,000, 5%. Okay. So I divide 5 by 100. And I get 0.05. So I take 4,000 times 0.05, and I get 200. Now I take 4,000 and I add the 200 onto it, and that's how much money I have now, $4,200. Now the next year, I go back to 4,000. Okay, I don't do 4,200. I go back to 4,000 times 0.05, 200. Now I have 4,000 plus 200 from year one plus 200. So now I have 4,400. And then I go back, and then year three, I go 4,000 again. That's 0.05. I get 200 again. So I take 4,000 plus the 200 I got from the first year, plus the 200 I got in the second year, plus the 200 I got in the third year, and that's how I get 4,600. But then in year four, I go back to 4,000 times 0.05 is 200. So I have $4,000 to begin with, plus 200, plus 200, plus 200, plus 200. That's $4,800. Now in compound interest, I deposit 4,000. Okay, again, 5% interest, 4 years, but it's compound this time. So I take 4,000 times 0.05, because 5 divided by 100 is 0.0. Here, I'll put that. 0.05. So 4,000 times 0.05, okay, is 200. Then I add 4,000 plus 200. That's 4,200. Now the next year I get to take the 4,200 and multiply it by 0.05. And this time I got 210. So I add 210 to 4,200. I get 4,410. So then I take the 4,410 times 0.05, I get 220.50. Then I plus these two, and I'm at $4,630.50. Then I take $4,630.50 times 0.05 there and add those two. So it's different. So what is different in simple and compound? Let's talk about this. What do you notice when you look through here? Just in those, and you look through here, okay? Here it looks like my principal is the same. Here the principal's different. Principal is different. Okay, so we need two different ways of doing these, okay? And there is one. In simple, principal times rate times time gives you the interest. Write that down. Principal times rate in simple, okay? Now in compound, we need to set up a little bit differently. I'm going to use lines here. I'm going to go blank times blank equals blank. And then this is my principal. This is my rate, but I'm going to take 100% plus my rate. Okay, 100% plus rate. Now, we also need to use an exponent for the number of periods that we have. And then at the end, I have my new balance, okay? Okay. So these are the two different formulas. You got to pay attention to whether you're doing simple or compound when doing these, okay? So, first problem. An original deposit of $500 earns 2% simple, circle the word simple, interest. Find how much the account will be worth in 4 years. So the formula for simple is principal multiplied by just the rate multiplied by the time, but we're going to call the time years. Okay. So I go to my scratch paper and I fill this out. Principal's $500. The rate is your percent, and put another thing. Put equals interest. Okay, now the rate is 2%. I got to divide 2 by 100 though, and that's 0.02. Multiplied by the years, okay? And the years is 4. That equals my interest, okay? So I multiply these, 500 times 0.02 times 4, and that's 40. So my interest is $40, okay? That's what we do on simple. And that's the interest. So the interest earned is $40. Now to find my new balance, okay, new balance, I had $500. When I earn interest, I get to add the interest to how much money I have. So 500 plus 40 is 540, and that's your new balance. And that is how we execute a simple interest problem, okay? And the reason why we can do that easy, because if I take 500 times 0.02, every year is $10. But since principal's the same every year, okay, this just ends up happening for 4 years. So times 4, you get 40. Okay, now the next one. An original deposit of $7,500 earns 3% interest compounded quarterly. So you want to circle compounded quarterly and put a little 4 there, because that means it's 4 times in a year. Okay? How much will the account be worth in 1.5 years? Now the formula is different than it was for simple. This is simple, this is compound. With compound, I would draw these lines. Blank times blank equals blank, okay? Now, this is my principal. This is my rate blank, but on compound, we have to add 100% plus the rate, okay? And we also need a power, okay? A power that's periods, so periods. Power periods, P-E-R-I-O-D-S, 100% plus rate, power periods. And then this takes me to my new balance. It's not my interest, it takes me to my new balance. Okay? So go to your scratch paper, write blank times blank equals blank. And then set these up, right? Principal, 100% plus the rate to the power of the periods I have, and then new balance. Okay, so the principal in this problem is $7,500. Now the rate is 3%, so I need to add 3% to 100%. 100% plus 3%, okay? Here, I'll write it bigger, 3%. So I take 100 plus 3, but I need to divide it by 100 because it's a percent, so 1.03. Now the periods, okay? It's compounded quarterly, so quarterly means 4 times per year. Well, we have 1.5 years, so we got to take 4 times 1.5, and 4 times 1.5 is 6. So 6 periods. Okay, so cross out your periods and put 6, and then we just calculate that. 7,500 times 1.03 to the power of 6. That's $8,955.39. Now that's your new balance, not your interest. So that goes here, okay? So $8,955, and 39 cents. Now, how much interest did we earn? Now, up here we knew this, so we added it. But here we have this, okay? We went from here to here. So to find the interest earned, we have to subtract. We have to find the difference, okay? How much more I got. How much more is this than this, okay? So how much more, okay? So I take $8,955.39 and subtract 7,500. It's like we have to backtrack. So when we went forward, we added. When we go backwards, we subtract. So 8,955.39 minus 7,500. $1,455.39. Okay, now we're going to work on some more. An original deposit of $6,500 earns 3% interest compounded semi-annually, which means twice in a year. How much will this account be worth in 7 years? So we're back to compound, okay? So write out these spaces. I'll make them wider this time. Blank times blank equals blank. And it's principal multiplied by 100% plus our rate to the power, 100% plus rate, power of the periods, and then new balance. Okay, so let's transfer it to the scratch paper. Blank times blank equals blank. So right beneath the blanks, what you can put in. So principal goes here. 100% plus my rate goes here. And that has to be to the power of the periods and then new balance. Okay, so my principal is $6,500. I take 100%. Now my rate is 3%, so I put, again, 3%. Remember, after we add, we need to divide by 100. So 100 plus 3 divided by 100 is 1.03. So then the periods, okay? Semi-annually is twice a year, so 2 times per year. Well, how many years do I have? I have 7, okay? So 2 times a year over 7 years, 2 times 7 is 14, okay? So 14 periods this time, okay? So it's to the 14th power. So 6,500 times 1.03 to the power of 14. That's my new balance, okay? So $9,831.83. But that's the new balance, not the interest. So my interest, that's your new balance, okay? $9,831.83. Okay, now we got to backtrack it. We got to find out how much more, okay? How much more, okay? So I ended with this, $9,831.83, and I subtract what I started with, $6,500. Okay, so 9,831.83 minus 6,500, and I got $3,331.81. So $3,331.83. Okay, this one. An original deposit of $2,630 earns 4% simple interest. How much will the account be worth in 10 years? Now, this is simple, okay? So this is shorter. I just take the principal times the rate times the years, okay? And I don't need to draw out spaces, okay? So the principal, $2,630. The rate's 4%, but we have to divide the rate by 100. 0.04. Okay. Whoops, sorry. Times the years. So times 10. That equals the interest. By the way, put equals interest. I want you to put that, okay? Okay, so if I multiply these three things, that's my interest. So 2,630 times 0.04 times 10, I get $1,052. $1,052 equals interest, okay? Now to find our new balance, we add, okay? We take how much we had to start with, and then we add $1,052. So 2630 plus 1052, $3,682. Okay, and that's your new balance. Okay, an original deposit of $3,200 earns, get cross out the 0.25. Okay. Original deposit of $3,200 earns 3% interest compounded quarterly, which means 4 times a year. Okay. How much will the account be worth in 6 years? So this is compound. So again, blank times blank to the power equals blank. Okay. So this is my principal. This is my 100% plus the rate, okay? The power is the number of periods, okay? And then this is my new balance, okay? So let's go to our paper. Blank times blank to the power equals blank. Okay, so we have our principal, 100% plus the rate. This is periods, and this is new balance, okay? Okay, so my principal is $3,200. 100% plus the rate. Now the rate's 3%. Okay, so again, 3%. Okay, so I take 100 plus 3. It's 103. That has to be divided by 100. Before I write the percent down, it's got to be divided by 100. 1.03. Now the periods. Okay. Quarterly is 4 times a year. How many years do we have then? 6, okay? So 4 times 6 is 24. So 24 periods. So cross this out, put 24. So we got 3,200 times 1.03 to the power of 24. And that is my new balance, $6,504.94. So that's your new balance. Now to get back to the interest, we do the opposite of adding, which would be subtracting. So I take $6,504.94 and subtract 3,200. So 6,504.94 minus 3,200. And that's what I got. So that's $3,304.94. Okay, an original deposit of $2,000 earns 5% simple interest. How much will the account be worth in 4 years? So simple, okay? Simple is principal times rate times years. That equals your interest, okay? Okay, so principal's 2,000 times the rate is just 5%, okay? Now remember to divide the 5 by 100, and that's 0.05. Times the years, which is 4. Okay, so 2,000 times 0.05, and then, by the way, this equals the interest, okay? And I got 400, okay? So we can cross this out and put 400. Okay, 400 equals interest, so 400. So to find your new balance, we simply take how much money we had before. And remember, I get this money into my account, so I add 400. And that makes 2,400, okay? You notice simple takes me a lot less time than compound. Okay, my next one. An original deposit of $500 earns 3% simple interest every year. So it's simple interest for 5 years. How much will be in the bank account after 5 years? Okay. So remember what simple is. It's principal times rate. Rate's always the percent, always, multiplied by the years. Okay. Okay, so our interest earned, okay, principal, 500, God, I keep forgetting that, equals interest, okay, 500 times rate, which is 3%, 0.03, multiplied by the years, which is 5, okay, and that equals our interest, okay. So we can just multiply these. 500 times 0.03. So every year I get the same amount on simple interest, and then times 5, 75. Okay, so $75 of interest earned, because that equals the interest, and then I take $500 and add $75. That's 575. Okay. Okay, number 2. An original deposit of $750 earns 2.5% interest compounded quarterly. Remember, compound quarterly, that means 4. Okay, 4 times in a year. How much will the bank account be worth in 4 years? Okay, this is compound. So it's blank principal multiplied by blank, and that's always a 100% plus the rate to the power of the periods equals blank, which is the new balance. Okay. Okay, so let's do our math. Blank times blank to the power equals blank. So we have our principal. We have 100% plus the rate, not just the rate, okay, to the power of the periods equals our balance, okay, new balance. Okay, so our principal, $750. Then I take 100% plus my rate, which is 2.5%. Okay. So I take 100 plus 2.5 divided by 100, 1.025. Okay, now the periods. 4 quarterly, so it's 4 times per year. So how many years do I have? I have 4 years, so 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16, okay? So to the 16th power, so we take 750 times 1.025 to the power of 16, okay? That's my new balance, $1,113.38. So that's how much we end with. That's the new balance, okay? $1,113.38. So to find the interest, remember, I add $750, then I add the interest, and I get $1,113.38. So what I need to find is how much more, okay? And that means we're going to minus. So $1,113.38 minus $750. $363.38. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's the interest. I have this, I got this for interest, and I end up with this. Okay, number 3. An original deposit of $1,000 earns 3% interest compounded semi-annually. So I see compound. Semi-annually means twice in a year. How much will the bank account be worth in 3 years? So the formula for compound, this is compound interest, is kind of the same we have here. So I want to draw my lines out. Blank times blank to the power equals blank. So this is my principal. This is 100% plus my rate, okay, plus rate. 100% plus rate to the power of the periods equals our new balance. Okay. All right, so we know this is my principal. This needs to be, since there's a power here, anytime we have compound, we're going to need a power, okay? 100% plus my rate equals new balance, okay? So what's your principal? Principal is $1,000. Okay, I take 100 plus 3%. That's 103%. Okay, so 100 plus 3, and then that has to be divided by 100, and that's 1.03. Okay, then the power is the number of periods we have. Okay, so periods. So twice a year. And I have 3 years. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so 6 periods. So 6, okay? So I take 1,000 times 1.03 to the power of 6. Okay, I get $1,194.05. And that's your new balance. Okay, remember the interest earned. Okay, so again, that means how much more? So $1,194.05 subtract 1,000. $194.05, and is my interest. Had this, got this for interest, now I'm at here. Okay, last example. An original deposit of $400 earns 2.25% simple interest. How much will the bank account be worth in 7 years? Okay, so the formula we use, okay? Simple interest. Principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by the years. Okay. So my principal is $400 multiplied by my rate, which the rate is my percent. Okay. Then I have to divide that by 100 before I put it in. 0.0225 multiplied by the years, which is 7. By the way, that again, that equals your interest. Okay, the simple one, it equals your interest, so it goes right here. So I multiply. Okay, 400 times 0.0225 times 7, 63. Okay, so I ended up with $63 of interest. Okay. So when I get my interest, to find this, I take $400 plus 63, and that is 463.